What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in to MMA Hub once more. Coming back with the action for UFC Fight Night, Brunson versus Shahbazyan. Fuck, that's a cheesy intro, but fuck it, it is what it is. Jumping into this, we got the prelims. We got Chris Gutierrez, $1.25 favourite, versus Cody Durden. Coming in a bit late at $3.85. Look, this fight, Chris Gutierrez comes in on a 3-fight win streak. I'm not going to waste any time. I'd say he makes it a 4-fight win streak against the fill-in. Look, it's Durden's UFC debut. He hasn't really made a name for himself against any other big-name fighters. Hasn't really got any impressive wins. I'm taking Gutierrez as a favourite via TKO. Moving on, we got Jamal Emmers, $1.26 favourite against Vince Cachero, $3.75. And fuck, man, this card's actually got a lot of pullouts, a lot of fill-ins. But look, this fight here, both fighters coming from Legacy. We got fill-in, we got Cachero as the fill-in. He's coming in with 2 losses out of his last 3 fights. His last fight being a TKO win in Legacy, in which the card Emmers was actually headlining that fucking card. So, look, I was initially favouring Valiev to beat Emmers in this fucking fight, but now Cachero stepped in on 1 day's notice. I just don't really see how a fighter on 1 day notice can win a fight, especially against a man like Emmers. He's got a big height and reach advantage as well. He's got the resume. He's fucking bet fighters like Corey Sandhagen. He's bet Alex Hernandez. And look, on 1 day's notice, Cachero's coming in. I just really don't see a way, unless he's had some unless he's been preparing for more than that fucking 1 day, which I'm sure he has, but it wouldn't be a fucking full training camp. I just don't see a way he's winning that fight. I'm taking the favourite Emmers via TKO. Moving on, we had Marcus Perez there. That's been scrapped. Again, moving on, we got Johnny Munoz versus Nate Maness. Favourite is Nate Maness at $1.66. Fucking once again, Ray Borg had to pull out for an undisclosed reason. Really not too fucking sure why. We welcome in the undefeated Johnny Munoz. Look, based solely on the fact that once again it's a 1 day notice fight for Munoz. I don't know how the prep's been. I don't know how the preparation is. I'm not willing to put money on their preparation. I think Nate Maness takes the fight as the favourite. I think it might be a close fight. If Munoz can keep it on the ground, they've got very similar records, very similar builds. Look, it can go the distance. As a safe bet, though, look, it's just because Maness was preparing for Ray Borg, which is tough. He's a fucking tough fighter. I rate Ray Borg, so if he was anywhere close to ready to fight Ray Borg, I'd say he takes his fight. Otherwise, as a safe bet, if you're not too confident, I'd go fight to go the distance. Moving on, we got Ed Herman, $2.40 versus Gerald Meerschaert, $1.55. Fucking decent fight. Meerschaert's moving up. He's taking his fight once again on late notice, but he's moving up a weight class. So I'd say he's probably a bit more comfortable, didn't have to cut weight. And look, to be honest, I'd put money on Meerschaert being able to handle this, to be honest. He's a great fighter. Especially for his age, I rate him. He's had some unlucky losses. He's had a fair amount of fights, fair amount of wins as well. He did get KO'd in his last fight, while Herman is on a 2-fight win streak. So take that as it is. I mean, look, I'd say for me, a lot of other fighters that get KO'd in their last fight, then fuck, I probably wouldn't put money on them. But in this case, I'd say Meerschaert, he knows he got KO'd in the last fight. He won't run the risks. He plays it safe, keeps his distance, goes for a takedown, and then, look, maybe he gets the finish by submission. I mean, look, he does have 29 stoppages, with 25 of those being submissions. So, look, good chance he takes it, gets it via sub. I'm going Meerschaert via submission. And now for the final fight in the prelims, let's take a look. Yeah, we got Frankie Sands, $3.12 versus Jonathan Martinez, $1.35 favourite again. Martinez is coming in on what could or should be a 3-fight win streak. He did lose his last fight via decision. Questionable. I say so. Very questionable. But look, he's a good fighter. He's been looking good in his last few fights. He comes in as the more youthful fighter, the bigger fighter, and even more so with the fact that he's coming in fucking 4.5 pounds over. He didn't make weight, so it's pretty unprofessional, but fuck. 4.5 pounds in a fight, it's a lot of fucking weight there. And look, Sainz coming in as an older fighter, he's 39 years old, coming in off of a fucking KO loss to Marlon Vera. Fuck, coming in on a KO loss to Marlon Vera, you're 39, and you're versing a cunt that's fucking 4.5 pounds over. Look, bro, fuck, I see this getting fucking going bad. I'm taking Martinez the favourite. He's fresher, he's heavier. Potentially could have been on a 3-fight win streak. Let's go fucking Martinez via KO, TKO, or decision. Just gonna add that there, just to be safe. Alright, so that's the fucking prelims done. Let's take that. What I've got down, Martinez, Munoz, Manes. Let's go distance. Gutierrez to win and Emmers to win. That's paying $3.63. I'll be taking those odds. Moving on to the main card, we got fucking Kevin Holland, $1.43 favourite versus Trevin Giles, $2.75. And look, based alone on the fact that Kevin Holland has gone toe-to-toe with some of the biggest names. Thiago Santos, Brendan Allen, wins against John Phillips, Mirshat, and a big TKO over Fluffy Hernandez. I'd say that you have to think he's doing something right. Giles, on the other hand, he's won his last fight, but he lost his previous 2. And look, when you watch his last fight, he probably could have lost that as well. So I'm really not convinced with Giles. Holland comes in as the bigger guy, more experience. I'd say he has enough to get it done. I'm taking Kevin Holland via decision. Moving on, we got Lando Venata, $1.63 versus Bobby Green, $2.25. And this is their second fight. The first one ended in a draw, so this is Venata versus Green 2. Since they last fought, both fighters have lost 2 fights each, and the rest of their fights being wins, apart from 1 draw for Venata. I'd say Venata seems to be the most improved between the 2. I'd say he takes this one, picks Bobby Green apart. It'll be a close fight either way. I don't think it'll go to distance though. I think one of them will get the finish. So if you want to put that in a bet, you can say it won't go the distance. Otherwise, I'll be taking Venata via this. Sure, fuck, what am I saying? Let's just say Venata. I'm not going to say how it finishes because look, it can go to points, it can go to fucking, it might be a finish. I'm not too sure. These 2 fighters, you never know. Moving on, we got Randy Brown, $2.51 versus Vicente Luque, $1.51. And fuck, man, Luque's a fucking beast, just to put it out there. Both are good fighters, but Luque is just clinical, man. You watch him fight, he's just a solid technician of a fighter. And you just love to watch him. He's very beautiful, very clean fighter to watch in terms of his technique and shit like that. He's won 3 out of his last 4 fights, or 3 out of 4 fights in 2019. And he's a very, very active fighter. He's pretty much fucking fighting every 3 months or so. Brown's not as active. He had like 2 fights in 2019, 1 fight in 2018. But look, he still gets the wins, so if he wants to take his time but he still gets the wins, then that's up to him. But I choose to favour the more active fighter. And I'm not just picking Luque on his style and the mismatch, but because I just think there's a style mismatch there. I just say that the level of competition that Luque has faced and lost against like Wonderboy Thompson, opposed to Randy Brown's resume, is much better. Brown's resume doesn't really have that much at all. I'd say Luque is the more experienced fighter, the more technical fighter, the quicker fighter. I'd say he takes this via decision or TKO. Moving on, we got the females, Joanne Calderwood, $1.63 favourite versus Jennifer Meyer, $2.25. Look, this one's a hard one to call because they both have similar records, similar sizes. Both fighters want to win this to stay in title shot contention. In regards to this, though, I'm going to probably choose Calderwood. I'd say she's probably the more prepared out of the 2 fighters, but either way, I'm probably not going to put too much money on this. My cash will probably go on this one to go to the distance. And yeah, so I'll take this fight to go distance. Yeah. Otherwise, look, you can maybe put a bet on favourite, but other than that, let's go Calderwood versus Meyer, going to distance. Moving on to the fucking final, to the main fight, which actually is going to be a fucking sick fight, hopefully. Derek Brunson, $3.45 versus Golden Boy Edmund Shahbazyan, $1.30. And fuck, this guy is a fucking machine. He's a fucking weapon. He's just a crazy talent. You don't really see it that often. He comes in, 22 years old, 3-fight win streak, 3 first-round fucking finishes. I'd say he makes it a 4-fight win streak, taking Brunson via KO in the first round as well, getting the fucking stoppage. I'd say Brunson reaches in, chin exposed, and then boom, gets rocked by Shahbazyan. And look, man, fucking the way he's been fighting, yeah, he's got 2 wins in his last 2 fights, but I just feel like the way he's got those wins, it just isn't the right style to beat Shahbazyan. If he wants to beat Shahbazyan, he might have to rush him, but then by rushing Shahbazyan, he'll leave himself open, and then bada bim, bada boom, Shahbazyan takes him, gets the fucking knockout or TKO. I just don't really see a way that Brunson wins the fight. Edmund has a long way to go in his career, and I just say it's a stepping stone in his path. Let's go Shahbazyan, $1.30 favourite. I'm taking that one, brother. And so, to cover the main card, I'm taking Shahbazyan, Calderwood, Meyer distance, Luque, and Holland. $3.59. Decent amount there. I'm taking that one. Let's go for the Hail Mary for the full card. I'm going to go with Shahbazyan, Gutierrez, Martinez, Luque, Holland, Calderwood, Meyer, Distance, and Emmers. Paying $7.63. Might chuck $20 on that one. And look, if you want to fucking double your cash, double your money, I'm jumping on Shahbazyan, Gutierrez, and Emmers, paying $2.04. Might just fucking load up on that one there. Perhaps even add fucking, what's his name? Perhaps even add Luque for a bit of a better incentive there. Up to you. Once again, not financial advice. If you win, you win. If you don't have a sook. That's fucking life. That's gambling. It is what it is. But yeah, that's pretty much the fucking full card. Let's see how this fucking card goes. Looking forward to it. Trying to get this video out a bit earlier. Once again, like, subscribe. I don't really fucking know how to read this or listen to this, but fuck it. It is what it is. See you guys next time. Yalla.